Drop my dang brush. Ah! Let's begin. Hello, zombies. It's that time of the year, my favorite time of the year, spooky season. And I figured, what better way to celebrate than to turn you into a zombie? Alexa, play Careless Whisper. All right, our first step in turning you into a zombie, we have to clean that face. So I have this spray right here. I'm just going to shake it up, shake it up. And we have this cotton round. And we're just gonna spray it. Okay, and now we're gonna clean the face. So, I'm just gonna get a little close here, and we're just going to get off all those crusties and dirt. There we go. We just want to make sure we get in all those pores. There. Good. So we have a nice clean base. Great. Now that we got a nice clean face to work with, let's go ahead and get started with the prosthetics. So I just went to your average pop-up Halloween store near me. A pop-up Halloween store is just the chains that show up around spooky season. And I bought us some cheap but ready-to-use zombie prosthetics. This one is a Megabyte. We're gonna put it right here on your neck so it looks like a zombie went and bit you. I also went ahead and picked up some of these that were called Nightcrawler. And we're just gonna use these as oozy little scabs all over your face. Now, we're just gonna get started by applying those to your face with some liquid latex. Now, you could use spirit gum, but honestly, I prefer liquid latex or Prozade. It just works better. Okay, now we're just going to clip back your hair. You don't want to get any hair in the liquid latex. Trust me, it does not feel good. Now, we're just gonna hold these up to your face and see where I wanna put them. Okay. I think we can put the big one on your forehead and a couple there. We could even make a couple cuts out of scar wax. I'm gonna start by painting a thin layer of liquid latex on the back of the prosthetic. So I have this brush right here. And I'm just gonna dip it into the latex. And we're just gonna paint it on the back. Okay, let's apply it to your face. Hold still. We're just going to paint the latex around the outside of the prosthetic. There we go. Good. Let's do the other one. Here we go. We'll put this one on your cheek. Okay. And push it in place. Just add some pressure. Under pressure, pressing down on me. Okay, last scar. Just gonna paint that on. We want to make sure we have a nice coat. Time for the face. We'll put this one right here. You're looking amazing. Now we just want to blend those edges. To do that, we could use scar wax, or we can use this method, TP. Now you can use any ply. I have the deluxe 4-ply, and we're just gonna rip a square and rip it again. And keep in mind, you don't need this to be neat. We want it to look unnatural. So this corner, you're just gonna wanna rip it. Then we're gonna get more liquid latex, and we're just going to paint this on the edge of our prosthetics. So let's blend some edges. Paint that on here. Just making sure that we blend in all of those little edges. We want it to be like a second skin. Okay. And it's okay if it looks a little rough. After all, your skin is decaying. And the forehead. Looking good. Let's just apply a few more. Now it's time for the best one, the Megabyte. Now, this Megabyte prosthetic comes with spirit gum, but we're not going to use that, and SFX blood. I'm pretty sure this is just a cheap knockoff of Scav Blood, and we all know how much I love Scav Blood, so we're not going to use that either. The Bite, more latex, and we're going to paint it on. Let's apply it to that gorgeous neck of yours. Okay, let's just hold that in place for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to make sure all the edges are glued down. Now, I'm just going to apply some pressure to make sure all those edges are laid down. Great. Now to blend those edges. More latex. Ripley. Shh. Mommy's filming. All right, let's blend those edges. Just going to get all around this big bite. Just making sure it's all blended in. Okay, we're done with the latex. Next, I'm going to use some scar wax to help blend those edges and add a few cuts on your skin and to help it make it look like it's falling off. Now, I'm going to have to use some scar wax right by your eyebrow. I can use a glue stick to fan it down, or we can just shave it off. I shave mine off all the time, and it doesn't affect how they grow back, I think. Let's just go. Other side. You look great. Now lately I've been finding scar wax so much easier to work with. Who is she? So today we're going to use it to blend your edges and add some cuts. And we're going to use our spatula tool right here. Let's take a little bit. And sometimes it's good to warm that scar wax in your hands, but right now we're just going to use it to blend the edges. Just going to put that all over these prosthetics, just smoothing it into the skin. And it does take a little bit of force. There we go. You can't be afraid of the scar wax. You gotta own it. We'll take a little more here to form some cuts. Now, scar wax is sticky, so I find that Vaseline helps me mold it. So you're just going to take it and warm it up in your hands. And we're just going to apply it on your face. And on your neck. Now we're just going to use our spatula again to carve a cut into the scar wax. Just going to take that deep into the wax. There we go. And the one on the neck. Great. Now that we got everything applied, we're just going to go ahead and beat your face. I'm just going to be using a mix of water-activated paints. I'm going to be using a green, a black, and a white. And we're just going to blend it together to give you kind of a dark, grungy green face color. So let's just dip into those. And let's just beat your face. Is this why they call it beating your face? Because you're just like, wha-bam. Well, that sounds inappropriate out of context. Just listening to Beat Your Face ASMR. Now we're just going to use a mix of black and browns to shade in those infected cuts. Just going to paint that and shade it in there. And we'll just extend that, cut in the scar wax, and grow it and make it look larger. That's what she said. Just gonna shade that in here. Great. Now, time for my favorite part, Scav Blood. Who doesn't love a fresh container? Let's just get some of that. And we're just gonna place it in those cuts. There we go. Make it look like they're oozing. You're looking horrifying. All right, Zombie, you're all done and looking fabulous. Enjoy your spooky season and thanks for hanging out. Bye. How did she do that with her voice? It's like phlegm. Oh, that takes talent. Okay. Oh, this is such a bad idea.